This is the Kamikaze, a Tier 4 premium destroyer. No other Tier 4 destroyer in the game can match the Kamikaze as far as its torpedo potential. It's a very rare ship and I have it, so let's check out the setup of the ship and the commander, who is Razio Tanaka. His base trait is Hull Crusher, increases the damage of your torpedoes. As for inspirations, I have a double concealment inspiration set up here with Eric Bay Shifty, increases the concealment of your destroyer. And then I have Jersey Swirsky Hide and Seek, increases the ship concealment rating. And then I've got all the skills set up here to highlight the torpedoes. First skill is Subsurface Venture, reduces the torpedo launcher reload time and increases the torpedo travel speed, though it does increase the destroyer main battery reload time, but I'm ignoring that in view of the fact that I want the ship for torpedoes. Look at Me Now is the next skill, increases the ship concealment rating, and this is the maximum concealment you will get with this destroyer and this commander setup. Third skill is Back in Stock, reduces the torpedo launcher reload time. And the last skill is Smoke on the Water, increases the smoke screen deployment time as well as its dispersion time. And for the legendary skill, I've selected Unstoppable. He's ranked up to legendary rank 2. It reduces the engine repair time and gains reduced mobility with a disabled engine and or rudder. The range to the enemy ship to activate the special effect is 4.5 kilometers. Upgrading to legendary rank 3 will increase the radius to 6 kilometers. The skill will also reduce the damage control party reload time by 50%. Let's take a look at the upgrades for the Kamikaze. It's pretty simple. We just have Aiming Systems Mod 1, improves the dispersion of the main battery by 7%. Torpedo launcher traverse time is improved by 20%, and the secondary battery firing range and dispersion is improved by 5% respectively. Let's take a look at the loadout. You have your normal high explosive and armor piercing shells, and you have your torpedoes, which we'll get into in a second because they are fantastic on this ship. Consumables is your normal damage control party. Duration is 5 seconds with a reload time of 40 seconds, and there is an unlimited number of the damage control party consumables. Smoke generator consumable is next. Consumable duration is 20.8 seconds. Dispersion time is 80.1 seconds, and reload time is 240 seconds or 4 minutes, and you have 2 of those consumables. Last consumable is the engine boost, which will increase the maximum speed of the ship temporarily by 8%. The duration is 120 seconds, and the reload time is 180 seconds, and you have 2 of these consumables. I'm not running any boosters right now, but during a battle you may see some boosters flying. The ship comes with a Type 9 Premium Permanent Camouflage. Sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. Let's take a look at the stats. Survivability is 11,100. Armor is 6 to 18 millimeters. Don't get hit. As far as the artillery, you have 4 guns. They reach out to 9.5 kilometers with a reload time of 11 seconds, which is pretty darn slow. Traverse time is 25.7 seconds, and it is a pretty slow traverse speed of the main guns. The shell damage is 2,000, whether it's HE or AP, with an 8% chance of setting fire for the HE shells. Torpedoes, you have 3 launchers of 2 torpedoes each. Reload time is a fantastic 38.5 seconds. Turn time is 6 seconds, which is awesome, and the maximum damage is 15,000. Torpedo range is 7 kilometers with a speed of 72 knots. So other Tier 4 destroyers may have a quicker reload time, but they will not have the maximum damage or the range or the speed of the Kamikaze, or vice versa. So when you add all this up, the Kamikaze, in my opinion, has by far the best torpedo specs of any Tier 4 destroyer in the game. Here are your AA defenses. As for maneuverability, we have a maximum speed of 37.5 knots, which is great. Turning circle radius is 550 meters, which is pretty good. Rudder shift time is a fantastic 2.9 seconds. Concealment is 100. Detectability range by sea is 4.6 kilometers, and that is great. Detectability range by air is 2.7 kilometers. Let's take a look at the armor, and like I said, you definitely do not want to get hit. Let's look at the overview. Hidden. Good concealment means the ship can get closer to enemies before being detected. Stealthy. Good torpedo concealment gives enemies less time to react to incoming threats, so that is spectacular. Big yield, above average torpedo damage, and that is no kidding. Kamikaze was a typical Japanese destroyer that was built using the experience gained during World War I. She boasted a very high speed and powerful torpedo armament. The AA artillery, however, was very weak, and that is no kidding. Entered service in 1922, and there were 9 ships in the series. Alright, well that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in a standard battle and check out some highlights. Right, we're in standard, we're in ring, and you can see that I'm running a bunch of the booster flags. I have a bunch of epic boosters going, maybe 1 or 2 rare boosters, but I'm looking to maximize my XP here in this match if I have a good match. And first off, I'm going to take off to D over here and scout out the red team, see if I could find out which ships are over there and try to inflict some damage if I can, as well as capture some bases. That's the ultimate goal, is both of those actually. And of course, to win the match would be nice. You really maximize your XP when you do that, so it's always good to win the match. As I said, the Kamikaze is kind of rare, and it seems like the only place to acquire the ship now is, or ever, I guess, was from the original disc. So look for the disc online, and there's a redeemer code inside, so if you get a brand new disc where the redeemer code hasn't been used, you'll be in business. Disc also comes with a bunch of other items, including 3 more ships, the Iwaki, the Arizona, and the Texas. So if you have those ships, you'll be in for a big surprise once you punch in the redeemer code. So here I'm looking at the Phoenix, and I'm close to taking a shot at him because the intercept point looks like it might clear that island, and I took a shot anyway. There's the Iron Duke that I'm kind of looking at. And here's a Saki, and he spotted me. He's within my detection range, so I hit the smoke and I just slow down. And you can see that the guns, with that little bit of movement, is it's kind of hard to keep the guns on target because the traverse speed is so bad. So the main thing you want to do when you activate your smoke like this is to back up, because 9 times out of 10, the destroyer that spots you will be sending torpedoes in the last direction he saw you. So I'm starting to back up. There you see the torpedoes coming right now. And if I wouldn't have backed up, I probably would have been nailed. And so the thing is, did he back up? And he didn't. He stayed where he was, and he got hit by one of my torpedoes. So there's a devastating strike medal. First destroyed ship of the match. And these torpedoes are pretty much loaded already. And there's a Phoenix coming around the island right there. And I'm looking to target him next. And so got 2 racks loaded, and I fire off both racks at the Phoenix, and he's got me with radar or sonar. I'm not really sure which one it is. He is kind of close though, so it could easily be the sonar. I'm not sure the Phoenix actually has radar, but he did get 2 torpedo hits, 2 floodings, and another destroyed ship with another devastating strike medal. So now we have 2 devastating strike medals, 21,000 damage, 2 destroyed ships on 3 torpedo hits. So there's the Iron Duke that is lined up right there. And as soon as these torpedoes load, I'm looking to take a shot at them. And there's both racks going. And then I take a look, and that's the island right there. So Looks like I targeted some islands, and I'm going to take out that island, it looks like. So that was good target practice. It was totally strategic on my part. But I'm going to go over here and close on this Iron Duke. You can see he is going in the right direction to go beyond the island over there, and I should have a good shot at him. So here he's still moving toward the edge of the island right there, and he is within my detection range. So once I get out in the open here, he's going to see me and be able to take some shots at me. And so now I'm staggering the spread a little bit off of the indicator line to see whether, maybe he slows down and starts going forward again. Looks like he's going backwards right there, and
engine boost activated.
His secondary, I'm assuming it's a secondary, is pretty darn effective. And there is 2 more torpedo hits and a 3rd destruction. And we're up to 40,000 damage, and I'm capturing D right now. Looks like I'm going to get a solo capture on D.
Get back.
So I'm coming over to C to capture C, and there you saw that I took some random shots hoping to catch somebody coming around the corner there. It's probably not going to get any torpedo hits, but I thought I would do it anyway. So now we're the only one in the proximity of C, and this is going to be no problem capturing this base, or this flag.
Engine boost deactivated.
There's the Omaha in here helping me capture the base. So okay, so we captured the base. Looks like I was able to get the base by myself. I thought the Omaha was in here. He's probably not too happy about that. But now we're going to go over by A and capture A. And really maximize the XP here. By capturing all these bases, you will end up at the top of the leaderboard by capturing bases. And now the score is somewhat even. They're ahead a little bit. They're ahead quite a bit now. And we are down 1 ship. So this is not looking good to win this match. So the most I can do is capture these bases and hope to take out more of those ships. So as I'm looking to capture A, I am looking to target this Firutaka. And so I took some torpedo shots at him. And now you can see this island is getting kind of close over here, so I want to be careful. I don't have many hit points left, and I would definitely get taken out really easily. There I'm spotted. This is bad, so I have to hit my smoke and slow down so much so I don't run into the island, and hopefully I can maneuver around. And you can see the Firutaka is moving away at the moment, probably to avoid those torpedoes. And now I'm going outside of the smoke, but I am still keeping the smoke between myself and the Firutaka.
Smoke screen set.
The torpedoes are reloaded already, so I'm going to take all 3 shots at this guy once this last bank gets loaded. And he's turning away, so I'm kind of compensating a little bit. It'll be interesting to see which rack of torpedoes gets him. That looks like the first rack going toward him, and both of those torpedoes got him. So another devastating strike medal, 2 more torpedo hits, 2 floodings. We're up to 67,000, and we have 4 destroyed ships at this point. So now I am sort of getting a lump in my throat because it's kind of Kraken time here, and there's 4 ships left, so there is plenty of opportunity to get a Kraken. There's Ishizushi up here. He is within range, but the island is in the way, so I'm going to go up here and see if I could intercept him. I'm hitting the speed boost to try to make the intercept a little bit quicker. Now he has moved out of range, so I'm going to turn to kind of close the gap here, and hopefully he will get within range. I'm looking over at these other ships over here. There's another Ishizushi and a destroyer, which looks like he was closing. So I'm going to set a shot of torpedoes over here to hopefully catch the destroyer if he comes around the corner, kind of like unaware of myself or those torpedoes. And there's the Ishizushi's looking like he's going to get beached right there. So I took 2 shots. I didn't take any of those shots at the intercept marker because I'm figuring that he's not really going to beach himself, and in fact he may back up. So I can't see what the torpedoes are going to do, but I will be able to see the results as I go around this island to try to pick up the battle on the other side of the island here. So there is 3 more torpedo hits, a high caliber medal, a devastating strike medal, and a 5th destruction. That is my Kraken. And so now I'm at 90,000 damage. We're ahead by 100 points or thereabouts, but they have more ships, and now I am spotted by the aircraft carrier plane. So things are getting kind of dicey because I don't have any more smoke. So if he does hit me, I could very well be destroyed, but luckily he's going after my teammate there in the battleship. And I'm kind of contemplating now whether I should go and hide and try to preserve myself and hope for the win, or whether I should go for a 6th kill and try to get that Ishizushi. I'm going to come around this island here. You can see we are ahead quite a bit, 837 to 600, and at this point I am seriously thinking about running and hiding to preserve the win, especially, you know, since I'm making a highlight video here, but I decide to go for it anyway. And you can see the Ishizushi is starting to capture D. So once he captures D, they will start racking up more points. So I sort of want to prevent that. And now as I'm creeping along around this island, I have the torpedoes aimed in that direction because I'm expecting that he'll be spotted. I'll be spotted. And there, I fire all 3 racks of torpedoes in the direction of the battleship in a last-ditch effort to try to get a 6th kill. Will he be able to evade those torpedoes or not? So we're going to watch here for a second. And 3 torpedo hits, 3 floodings, a destroyed ship, Confederate medal, devastating strike medal, just a flesh wound. So that is 5 devastating strikes. Quite a haul of hardware there. And this is an unbelievable match. Well, that's it. The battle's ended. A big-time victory in the Kamikaze. 431,000 credits, 126,000 damage, 13 torpedo hits, 6 destroyed ships, 12 floodings, 3 captured flags, and look at all that hardware. A flesh wound, first blood, Confederate, 5 devastating strikes, high caliber, and a Kraken unleashed. That is awesome. And look at all the XP and Commander XP that we gained because we were running all those boosters. So let's take a look at the team result. As expected, first place overall with 6 destroyed ships, 2790 XP, and all that hardware up there. That is really something. By the time it was all said and done, we cleared 413,000 credits. Well, that's it for the super rare Kamikaze, an overwhelming Tier 4 destroyer, if you ask me. The torpedoes really are quite extraordinary. If you want it, you're going to have to go and get the original disc. This is the-jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.